Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Shaq Cook. Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 2 of Keeping It Real with Shaquille, where we inquire to inspire. Guys, I got to thank you so much for your support, for helping me out, for showing me so much love, man. I've got so much love from you guys from the past week about the show, just telling me how you like it. Even, things we talked about last week are now being shared through devotionals already. And, man, I cannot thank you guys enough for all that you've done. It means so much to me. It means so much to my team. I want to give a special shout out to my executive producer. She's not here. My fiance, Deshana, she's not here right now. So the associate producer, he's in right now. My brother Chuck, he's a groomsman in my wedding. He stepped right on in exactly when I needed him to. So a special shout out to those two. I thank y'all so much. Much love. So also, make sure that you guys, housekeeping, contact me for my services, okay? Shaquille Cook, actor, model, motivational speaker, okay? Sports personality or sports reporter, TV personality. I actually have a meeting tomorrow with a young man, and we're going to discuss entrepreneurship. And I have a special announcement for you guys. I've been holding in for as long as I could, but I actually have a role in a play, okay? So I'm telling you, man, when I say that I'm blowing up one day at a time. I have a role in the play. The play is going to be March 23rd and 24th. And you guys will never guess who I'm going to portray. I'm actually going to be David Ruffin from The Temptations. So you guys get a chance to see me dance a little bit, okay? You guys get a chance to see me dance even though I don't have any moves. If you guys come out to the play, you get a chance to see that, and I keep you guys updated. So make sure that you contact me about my services, all right? Because I'm looking forward to investing in you guys. And make sure that tonight that you are commenting in questions, okay? Make sure that you comment in questions, because at the end of the show, I will have a Q&A session, okay? And I will go through and I will answer all of the questions, and I'll make sure to respond to you guys. So without further ado, man, I want to get started. I do not want to waste no time, all right? Last week, we talked about think about what you were thinking about, because our thoughts determine our view, and our view determines our response. That's what we said last week. And I gave you guys 5 things at the end of the show. I gave you guys a challenge. I want you to think about 5 things that are very important to you. And I want you to think about it, think about how you view it and how you respond to it. And I said that I was going to do 5 things myself. And those 5 things I chose were my family, my fiance, my job, my finances, and my relationship with God. And so I'm still processing that through, okay? But just to let you guys know, I'm along with you. I'm taking in my own information. So last week, that's what we talked about. Think about what you were thinking about. This week, the topic of discussion tonight is investment. I want you guys, including myself, so this is us, I want you guys to think about everything that you do as an investment. That's what I want you to do. Every word that you speak, every thought that you think, every action that you do, I want you to think about it as an investment. Why? Because the investment, whenever we are investing, we are very cautious with what we are investing in, because we want to see a return on our investment. That's exactly what we want to see. But you know what? We invest in people's lives every single day and not even knowing it. We invest with our words. Whether we say hello to somebody and it blesses their day, we just invested in that person's life. We invest in ourselves, our thoughts, the things that we say to ourselves every single day. We invest in ourselves and we invest in others. So there are three side notes that I want to talk about tonight as far as investment. And that's our words, our time, and our actions, okay? Our words, our time, and our actions. So let's get into it. So like I mentioned, every word that we speak is an investment. It's like a seed. We sow a seed, we water it, it gets planted, we plant it, and it grows into something. Well, that's how our words are. We have to treat our words as an investment. Yesterday, I saw this young man in the hallway, and he had on the brand new Jordan 5s, the Cements. I think they call it Cement. The Cement 5s. No, the Cement 4s, I want to say. I forgot what they are. The Cement 4s, okay? So I saw them. I was like, yo, dude. I said, yo, those Jordans are dope. I said, man, you fresh. But you know what? I just invested in his life, because there's no telling if anybody talked to him yesterday or not. There's no telling if somebody even said a word to him. There's no telling that how much that small compliment could change that man's life, could change that man's day, because we never know what somebody is going through. We never know if they lost a loved one or if they're just struggling with something. And we never know how much a simple word can mean to somebody. All right? So here's a few things. Here are a few examples right here. When you tell somebody that they look good, you're investing in their self-esteem and their confidence. When every single morning I have a routine. I have a routine every morning. And every single morning, you can ask her when you see her. Around 8:45, I text Shayna every single morning and I tell her that I love her. Yes. I tell her how I feel about my fiance. I text my fiance every morning and I tell her that I love her. Every single morning during my work week, I never miss a day. And you know what I'm doing? I'm investing in my fiance. I'm investing in her trust so that she can build up her trust and love me. I'm investing in her confidence. It lets her know every time that I tell her that I love her, it lets her know that she has a man that loves her, that cherishes her, and cares about everything that she does. And that's just 3 words. I love you. But it has so much impact in her life. And the words that we speak, the words that we say to one another, we have to be very careful about it. We have to treat it as an investment because we're investing in our lives every single time that we say a word to one another. We never know how it's going to change our lives. So we have to see it that way. So I'm investing in her confidence when I tell her that I love her. I'm investing in her trust. And she knows that she has a man who cares for her. I'm uplifting her spirit. Even if she's having a long morning, maybe she forgot to pack her lunch or maybe she got caught in traffic. But every time that I tell her that I love her, every single day, I can guarantee you, it does something. And it uplifts her every single day. And that's what I want you guys to do. I want you to speak words of encouragement. If you speak words of encouragement to somebody after they just lost a loved one, okay, you're uplifting that person. You're helping them get through that challenging time in their life by speaking words of encouragement. All right? But we have to continue to be careful with what we say to one another because there are plenty of people out here in this world to this day, right? Plenty of people in this world who are going through depression, who are suffering, because of something that somebody said to them. And it could be something that somebody said to them years ago. There's somebody in this world, to this day, right now, who is going through a difficult time, who is facing challenges in life because of something that somebody said. Maybe, and I want you to ask yourself this question. I'm asking myself this. Maybe we said something to somebody that wasn't positive. Maybe we said something to somebody that wasn't godly. Have you ever been told you're not good enough? That you're ugly? That you're never going to make it? Have you ever been told that? Well, you know what? People get told that every single day. And you know what? It hurts. Our words, depending on how we use it and what we say, can either uplift or take somebody down. That's exactly what our words can do. Exactly what our words can do. So I want us to be cautious with our words and treat it as an investment. Treat it as an investment, okay? All right, so something else I want to talk about tonight is our time and how we spend our time. Because time is an investment, believe it or not. When we spend time with somebody, we are investing in somebody's life. My mentor, my first time that I met my mentor, I wanted to talk to him about, investing money, stocks and bonds, marriage, relationships, and the whole 9 yards. That's what I wanted to talk to him about. And before we got into any of that, the first thing he said to do is to start a routine. That's the first thing he told me. I'm like, what? Listen, I came here to talk about finances. I came here to talk about, love and marriage. The first thing he told me to do is to set a routine. He said, he asked me, what time did I wake up in the morning? I said, okay, 6 o'clock. All right, so from 6 o'clock to 6:05, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, or whatever. 6:05 to 6:10, you go for a run, or 6:10 to 6:15, you come back, you shower, and then you start putting your clothes on. That's exactly what he was saying. He was breaking it down. And then he said, okay, and if you spend this much time doing this, then by the end of the year, you have 4,645 seconds to spare. I said, what? he just told me all this about time. And you know what? You know what he taught me? He taught me the value of time. That's what he taught me. He was teaching me that time is valuable. Listen, time can only be spent. It can't be bought. When our lives are up, we can't go and give God our credit card and say, hey, Buy me some more time. Let me get some more time. We can't do that. Whatever we have is what we have. So that means that we have to be wise with how we spend it because our time is limited. Listen, time is valuable. I just gave Deshana a beautiful, beautiful priceless ring, and she cherishes it and she wears it every single day. Her engagement ring. And you know what? She's very cautious with what she does, who she's around, or what type of materials that she washes her hands with to make sure that nothing happens to her. And you know why? Because it's something that's valuable. It's something that's priceless. And when we have something that's priceless, whether it's jewelry, whether it's your child, or whether it's your car, any materialistic item, whatever the case is, if something has value, we are very cautious in what we do with it and how or what we have around it. We are cautious with it, right? And so that's how I want you to treat time. Treat time with caution. Make sure that we spend time right because time is an investment. So I'm going to go over a few things that we invest in. So when we spend time studying, we are investing in our education. We are investing in our advancement so that we can get into our career and be successful when we spend time studying. When we spend time with God, we are investing in building up our spirituality. We're building up our inner self to be more like Him on a daily basis. When we spend time with our family, we're investing in the lives of others and advancement for the generations to come. That's what we do when we spend time. But remember, time can only be spent. It can't be bought. All right? So I want us to make sure that with everything we do, that one, we realize how valuable time is, okay? Because, like I said, we can only spend it. We can't buy it. And it's priceless. So when something is priceless, when something has value, we are extremely cautious with what we do with it. So I want us to make sure that we have that in mind and that we spend time. Spend time with somebody who needs it. I was in New York City. I'm pretty sure some of you heard this story before. I was in New York City and I was driving and I was stuck at a stoplight. And this guy, he's a Muslim, he came up to my door. He had the newspaper with him and he wanted me to, to get into the newspaper or buy it or whatever the case may be. And I was like, no. I'm good. I don't want the newspaper. And then I felt a conviction from God saying, how do you expect to reach Him if you don't listen to what He has to say? And I was convicted. I was convicted right then and there. God told me in my spirit, how do you expect to reach Him if you're not going to listen to what He has to say? Yes, deep, real deep stuff. So I said, okay, that means that I need to spend some time. Have you ever came across a homeless person and they never asked you for food, they never asked you for money, but they just want to talk to you? Why? Because they want some time with you. They want to be heard. And there are plenty of times that we don't want any information. We go through this on a daily basis in our relationships and everything that we do. That sometimes we don't want people to tell us what to do. Sometimes we just want somebody to listen. And guess what? There are people right now all over the world who are just looking for somebody to spend some time with them so that they can listen. That's part of being a great person. That's part of that's one of the qualities of being a great individual is being a good listener. But in order to listen, we have to spend time. Okay, my dad, he invested his time with me to help me grow up to be a man. And a few years ago, I called my dad. I said, thank you. Thank you for the hard lessons. Thank you for providing for me because you have trained me up the way I was supposed to go. And every lesson that you taught me, I'm valuing it. Not only am I valuing it, but I'm not walking away from it. That's what the Bible says. Train up your child the way it should go. And when he gets older, he won't depart from it. And that's what I thank my dad for. But you know what? It all goes back to time. Spending time. Okay? The next thing I want to talk to you guys about, this is the last thing before I get into the questions, okay, is our actions. Our actions sums all of this up. The actions that we do. The words that we say, the thoughts that we think, and how we spend our time, all that equals our actions. And our actions are what we do on a daily basis. And what we do consistently on a daily basis is our lifestyle. And we want to have a healthy lifestyle, want a godly lifestyle. So that means that we have to have great thoughts. We have to speak good words because we can speak life. Life or death lives in the tongue. So I want you guys to speak life. No matter how difficult the situation is, I want you to speak life, okay? Speak life into your situation. And I want you to spend time, okay, your time. I want you to spend time doing what's right. And that goes for me as well, because when we do that, we are investing in ourselves. But all that adds up to our actions, what we do. So here are a few things I want you to think about. When we say yes to something, we say yes to one thing, we're saying no to something else. And I'm going to go over a few of those, okay? But think about this. When we say yes to something, we're saying no to something else. So what do you mean, Shaq? What do you mean? Keep it real with me. It's keeping it real with Shaquille. What do you mean? Okay, so when we say yes to eating healthy and exercising, we're saying no to diabetes and high blood pressure and health diseases. Yeah. Yes, I went there. Let me say that again. When we say yes to eating healthy and exercising, we're saying no to high blood pressure and diabetes and all these different health diseases. When we say yes to love, we're saying no to hate. Right now, in the world that we live in, with all these different tragedies that are going on, I think we need a little bit more love. So when we say yes to love, we're saying no to hate. When we're saying yes to love, we're saying no to evil. Those are our actions. When we walk in a particular lifestyle, or when we walk in a particular a path, we're saying no to something else. Those are our actions of what we do on a daily basis. All right? When we say yes to productivity, we're saying no to procrastination. I know some of you college students and some of you high school students are watching me right now. Listen, this is what I need you to know, because we all go through it. When we say yes to productivity, we're saying no to procrastination. I feel powerful. That's something powerful right there, okay? I'm going to say it one more time because I'm feeling that. I'm personally feeling that. When we say yes to productivity, we're saying no to procrastination. We're saying no to laziness. When we're saying yes to being busy, and something that God is teaching me right now, being busy is a blessing, because we're saying no to a lot of nonsense that we could get ourselves involved in. And we all know the trouble is easy to get in and extremely hard to get out. I learned that the hard way myself, just to keep it real with you guys. All right? When we say yes to God, we're saying no to sin. Okay? From the spiritual aspect. When we say yes to God, we say no to sin. So I want you guys to listen in to what I'm saying, because this year, if you guys can catch on to this, I can promise you, this year will be filled with wisdom. This year will be filled with success. It all starts with our mindset. That's what we talked about last week. It all starts with our mindset. And our mindset has to be, we see everything that we do as an investment. Because investments, whenever we're investing in something, we are cautious because we want to see a return on our investment. So in other words, whatever we sow, that's what we're going to reap. So question to yourself, what seeds have you sown this week? Have you sown seeds of doubt? Have you said something about yourself? Remember, our words are an investment. Okay, so have you said something about yourself that wasn't pleasant? That is currently damaging your self-esteem? That is currently damaging your confidence? If somebody walks up to me and they say, "Hey, Shaq, you know what? You are the darkest, ugliest person I've ever seen in my life." Well, that hurts. If I believe that, you know what I'm going to do? It's going to hurt my self-esteem. It's going to hurt my confidence. But if somebody says, "Hey, Shaq, I love your outfit. It's crazy colors, but I love how you put it together." You know what they're doing? They're building up my self-esteem, because I feel confident in putting a crazy outfit together. But you know what? Like I said, our words, and then our time, how we spend our time. We have to spend our time wisely, because it is priceless. We can't put a price tag on time. You can get more money. We can buy food. We can buy stocks and bonds. We can buy some of everything in this world. But we cannot buy time. We cannot buy time, all right? So, my challenge to you guys right now. Here's my challenge. I want you guys this week to invest. Okay? I want you to invest words of encouragement with every person who you come across. And I know tomorrow starts the weekend. I know it does. But with every person that you come across, I want you to invest words of hope, words of encouragement. Because if you do that, then that's what's going to be getting built up. Hope, encouragement. When you guys say, "Hey, listen," compliment somebody. Say, "Hey, listen, I like your outfit." I know it may seem uncomfortable. I know it does. But you know what? It's good to get outside of your comfort zone. And getting outside of our comfort zone hurts. I have to get outside of my comfort zone sometimes too. But you know what? It's all worth it. So I want you this week, going into next week, and right now, say words of encouragement to people. Okay? Not only that, build them up through your words, because life and death lives in the tongue. Okay? Second thing, I want us to spend time with people who need it. Maybe it's your mother. Maybe it's your father. Maybe it's your friend who just lost a loved one. Okay? Maybe, somebody out there lost a father, or lost a mother, or lost a cousin, and they need quality time. They need good people around them to help them just keep their sanity. Spend some time with them, because you are investing in that person. Okay? And last but not least, I want our actions. That was our third point. Our actions. I want our actions to be as pure as gold. So everything that you do, everything that we do, think pure and gold, because those are the actions that we want. Actions that are pure, actions that are pure as gold, actions that are good, actions that please God. And when we're going in that direction, I promise you can't go wrong. All right? So that's my challenge for you guys this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm going to go through and answer a couple of questions. I don't think anybody asked me some questions, so I need you guys to tune in and ask me a couple of questions before I end the show. So I'm seeing everybody who tuned in. Thanks a lot. My cousin said, bless, cuz. Thank you so much. It is a blessing to be here. I cannot thank you enough. So currently, I have no questions so far. So somebody tune in and ask a question, all right, before I end the show. But something special, all right, which is crazy. Right before I even got here to the studio to film, I was investing in my recruitment team. You guys who know what I do on a daily basis, I work with an internship program, and I'm the recruitment coordinator. I'm responsible for all the recruiting and bringing students into the internship program. And part of my job is to have other people help me with that. And so I had to recruit a couple of volunteers to help me with that process of bringing students in. And something that I shared with them today, literally right before I came, I said, listen, you guys are valuable to me, because I cannot do this thing alone. I can't do it without you. I was investing in them. And I let them know how much they meant to me and how much they meant to the team, because we needed their help. And we need their help. And I said, listen, when you guys are out there talking to students, you know what you're doing? You are investing in their lives. You are letting them know about a program that is so valuable that it could change their lives. That's exactly what I was letting them know. And so from that point on, they realized that everything that they do, every word that they speak, every student who they come in contact with, that they are investing in that individual's life. And that's what it's all about. All right, so I see nobody ask any questions, and that is totally cool. That is all right. So next week, I'm going to talk to you guys about next week. We are very fortunate enough here at Keepin' It Real with Shaquille to have our first guest for season 2, Miss Amy Davis. Okay. And we're gonna have her in the studio, and it's gonna be great. Miss Amy Davis will be our guest speaker, our guest next week, and she's gonna talk to you guys about her business. She's actually the owner of a business called Top Mop Cleaning Service. Top Mop, okay, which is pretty catchy, very catchy. I like that. Top Mop Cleaning Services, and what she wants to do, she wants to use her services this year to give back to the community. So she's actually going to serve her community by cleaning the house for the elderly, those who need it. She's actually going to spend some time cleaning local churches. And she's doing this as a service to give back. And what she has is something special. So guys, I'm telling you, you do not want to miss it. You do not want to miss it, okay? Because it's going to be awesome. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoyed this message. I'm a little bit under the weather probably, as you can tell. But you know what? No matter what, we have to persevere on, because you know how I view this show? As an investment, because I feel as if I'm investing in the lives of others. And make sure that you guys tune in to next week. Okay? Next week, our first guest, Miss Amy Davis, will be on the show, and she's going to talk about Top Mop Cleaning Services, and she's going to talk about how she's going to use her gift and her talents and her business to invest in the lives of others, which is what we talked about tonight. So you guys are going to have the privilege to hear from her. It's going to be awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. And also, I'm going to keep you guys updated with when I put the order in for my new coffee mugs, so that you guys can get some. make sure that you guys contact me about my services, motivational speaking, going into the libraries, going into the schools or to the community centers to speak and invest into the children and even the adults, because this is what I do. This is what I love to do. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next week on Keeping It Real with Shaquille, where we inquire to inspire. Have a blessed weekend and stay safe. We'll see you next week with our guest, Miss Amy Davis. Have a good one.